Hey guys, Saiyan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so, as you can see here from the countdowns on the wiki, the current campaign going on JP is obviously the second part of the movie collaboration campaign. That is going to be starting very soon on Global. As you can see from the countdown, 12 days. Funnily enough, the spooky campaign, we've got some upcoming stuff that we'll talk about in other videos forthcoming on Global, does kind of end at the same time as well, roughly. But both versions, whilst they do have a couple of little bits coming, like obviously Global is actually going to get the Gammas and the other little bit of movie stuff. We're also getting the potential new Halloween free-to-play unit, as well as, I think it was data mined, the information about the EZA and Super Strike revamp for AGL PyCon, as well as the EZA for last year's Halloween unit, the Android 8 and Android 17. That unit is actually unironically quite good, and I'm actually genuinely excited to see what their EZA is going to be like, because I feel like that unit could be pretty good. But anyway, down to the point of the video. So we kind of have a rough idea, at least for Global, going by the schedule from last year, that when these upcoming celebrations all end, literally a few days into November, that is when we should expect to see the release of the Vegeta and Trunks, right? That was the time slot where they released LR Gogeta last year, where they moved the Tanabata celebration from JP to that time slot on Global. So that's obviously still something that we know is going to be happening at some point, but that's roughly the time slot where that should be occurring. And then, of course, towards the end of November, we get the Dragon Ball Heroes celebration. But that leads us into the actual topic of the video, which is, what is JP going to get in that time from the beginning of November, when this celebration here ends in, at time of recording, 12 days, 23 hours, 47 minutes. What is JP going to get? Now, as you can see from the title of the video and the thumbnail, for the last couple of years there has been a link, whether you consider it to be a strong one or not, between Heroes and the November Dokkan Fest for JP. So let me bring the image up here. Okay, so this is the image. I've seen it shared around by a bunch of different people on Twitter. I don't know who made the original, but this is basically the correlation that was drawn in the last couple of years, right? So 2 years ago, the November Dokkan Fest for JP was Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then the headline unit for Dragon Ball Heroes was Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. Then the next year, the November Dokkan Fest for JP was the AGL Trunks, and the main headline card for Heroes was God Trunks. And now people have used the the pattern that Heroes follows to determine that the headline unit for this year's celebration should be Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. Now, obviously, you have to bear in mind that whilst Dokkan has done things in the past where they do follow these certain kinds of patterns, I feel like in the last year or so specifically, Dokkan really has changed things up more so than they ever have done before. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get to this Hero celebration and the headline unit isn't Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. And for those of you who don't know, I'm not going to spend ages going over it again, I've talked about it before. It basically just follows the actual physical Heroes card that is the anniversary card for that year. So when it was Vegito, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, that's who we got as the headline card in Dokkan. Then the next year it was God Trunks, and we got God Trunks. And then the year after that it was Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. So everyone is assuming that if we follow that pattern, the headline unit is going to be Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. Now, that does open up a bit of an interesting question as to if the November Dokkan Fest is indeed going to be somehow related to the headline unit for Dragon Ball Heroes, what exactly could it be? Because Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 is very much specifically a thing that is only in Heroes. So it's not like if we go back 2 years before, it's not like we could just get Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as the Dokkan Fest. Now obviously Heroes does also have like Kaioken Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which is another very cool Heroes like unit design, which I'm hoping we will get as a Heroes card at some point, but that form again is also strictly for Heroes. So what possible things could we have that could tie in to Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito? So I brought up a couple of different ideas. Some more likely than others, so let us have a quick look. So obviously the most logical place to start is going to be by looking at the Vegitos in general, right? So I know something that people have wanted to see for quite a long time is a new Super Vegito. Vegito fans definitely been feeling the strain. We had like basically double Gogeta anniversary. I think the last Vegito unit that actually released, I think, was actually Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, because this guy, obviously, we got the EZA for the Int Vegito during the anniversary. The STR Vegito is from the worldwide download celebration 2 years ago, and has fallen off quite significantly when it comes to very difficult content, unless the boss at the end is physical. So a new Vegito would definitely be something that would be high on people's lists. I think because of the LR, I think we're unlikely to see a fusing Vegito, but something that I think we definitely could see is a base form Vegito that then transforms into Super Saiyan via the form of an active skill, because we haven't had a base form Vegito for quite a while, right? Like, this is the 5th anniversary tech Vegito at the top, and then all of these are much older units. Some of them got EZAs, and I don't, but none of them are particularly top tier units at this point, right? Obviously, this tech Vegito, the LR, will get a second lease of life when he gets an EZA, but even then, with the same name update, it's not like we have to have, it's not like we can't have another good base form Vegito, but we do not have a particularly good one to run right now. And then, of course, that also opens up the door if we get a Super Vegito, or a Vegito that transforms into Super Saiyan and becomes Super Vegito. Obviously, that opens up the door for this guy to get his EZA, which, considering the EZAs that have happened fairly recently, some of the other units that have gotten EZAs, this guy's like smack bang in the middle of some of those units, right? And Dokkan has very much shown now that they are perfectly happy to EZA units out of order, whether it be by a couple of units or even by a significant margin, as long as it fits into the theme of the celebration. And this is a unit that I think desperately needs an EZA, right? He's basically unusable at the moment. I never really liked this unit that much at all, if I'm being completely honest. I've never been a huge fan of the split leader skill only getting 130% to attack. And I just always found, I got lucky on this guy's debut banner. I think I pulled like 2 copies of him very quickly, but I always liked the AGL one more. So this guy getting a very, very good EZA, like the kind of level of like Cooler, Metal Cooler, Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Namek Goku, that kind of thing, would be very, very good to go with a celebration alongside a new Vegito. So the only other aspect that we can really look at outside of a Vegito, because I guess we could get a new Vegito Blue as well, because if we're talking about Super Vegito, I mean, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito is the Heroes unit, so there's no reason why Super Saiyan Blue Vegito is off the table. And we did just have a future Tanabata themed celebration. Obviously, Global will be getting those bits around this time as well. So in a way, that would be kind of a cool, like, little sync-up. Not literally, of course, but the fact that both versions would be having a celebration that was somewhat Future Saga themed. So a new Vegito Blue could definitely be on the cards, but obviously all the existing ones, apart from the 3-year anniversary unit, have 5-year, all have EZAs. So there's not a huge amount to go alongside them. So I feel like if we are going to get a Vegito, it's more likely going to be Super Vegito. And then, of course, the only other link we have is, of course, Super Saiyan 4. Now, there isn't a Super Saiyan 4 category per se. We have the Giant 8 Power, which includes all the Super Saiyan 4s, as well as of a bunch of other units as well. And I feel like this opens the door to some very interesting possibilities. So the first one, which I think is absolutely the least likely, is a new Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Obviously, this guy came out in 2020. Now, it would be kind of funny, like we said, going back to that original image, the fact that it was a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta that came out the year Super Saiyan 4 Vegito came out. But I think it's too soon to see a new Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, especially because obviously he's a main part of the anniversary LR card. So I do think that is a little bit unlikely, but, I thought I'd throw it in here anyway. Probably not very likely, but just going down the Super Saiyan 4 theme. Now, one that I think would be quite interesting is a new full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And the reason why I say that is, I can't remember exactly how it's worded, because just like this one, the name is always in like a weird out of order, like it's Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Goku, which is weird. But I'm pretty sure Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 also has like full power thrown in there somewhere as part of the name. Or that might even be just another level of power up they have. I actually can't remember. But I guess this would kind of tie into that, right? Because it's Super Saiyan 4 with that little bit of extra red glow. So whilst it's not the same thing, it is similar to Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4. So a new full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku would be cool. I mean, he could literally start off as Super Saiyan 4 and then have an active skill to power up to full power Super Saiyan 4. That would be pretty cool. Obviously, that would be another buff for like Pan's team, who is another recent release. Definitely needs some more help for some big ticket units on her team. So that would be very cool. And of course, the other unit that kind of ties into that people have been wanting to see for quite a long time is a Super Saiyan 3 Goku from GT that transforms into Super Saiyan 4. And obviously we could have an active skill where he transforms into the Golden Grey Ape and then transforms into Super Saiyan 4. This is a unit that I think people have been wanting to see for a long time. That would be very cool. Obviously would be technically a buff for the Super Saiyan 3 team as well. So I think that would be something that would be very, very interesting. Because we all want I say we all, but we need a Dokkan Fest baby at some point, right? So this could kind of open the door to leading into that celebration, maybe like December or January for JP. If we do get a new GT Super Saiyan 4 Goku, then I know they don't usually follow up like celebrations back to back with a similar theme, but I think that would be very, very cool if we could lead into more Baby Saga and more buffs for GT. Because there's a lot of stuff they could do. There's other Super Saiyan 3 Gokus. There's obviously this guy himself that need easy A's. Like, imagine a new Super Saiyan 4 Goku, whether it is full power, whether it's Super Saiyan 3 that transforms to Super Saiyan 4, and then give this guy an easy A as part of the celebration. And then you essentially have a situation like the LR Cooler with the easy A Cooler rotation, like on your hands. That rotation could be incredibly powerful and very, very good. So those are just a couple of the ideas that I had. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think there will be a link between the headline unit, which should be Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4, but like I said, I guess technically it could be something else. Do you think there will be some kind of link between that and the next Dokkan Fest for JP? Do you think it'll be something completely unrelated? Let me know what you think it is going to be down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.